Stepped up to the house party, kinda faded. J's on mask on, yeah, I'm kinda basic. You stood out, Halle Berry cut, amazing, amazing.
Go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We're back. We back. Welcome to
Another edition.
of Kingsmen Radio, only on Tuesday night, 8 to 9
another
p.m.
week.
on In The Mix Radio. We appreciate you guys for tapping in. Listen, I want you to go to our Instagram page, Kingsmen
Underscore.
music
Yep. Underscore.
group.
You see it.
That's our Instagram handle. Go there. There's a link there. You can see all the music. You can see the episodes for the radio show. And go to the YouTube channel, somewhere on the page. Click all that. And then comment. Let us know what you think, how we can improve, what you liked. If you disagree with Dre and you agree with me, I need to hear all that. I need as much support as I can
like
get,
how
y'all.
you did that, bro.
I need
like
as
how you
much
did
support. Dealing with you, bro, I need as much support as possible. Because when he digs his heels in the sand, you're not changing his mind.
Okay.
And you know, the Lord has given me the responsibility. I don't know where I'm going with this.
I don't know either.
All right.
But guess
welcome
what?
back to Kingsman.
Listen, I came across this video and I thought it was interesting when I heard it. It's yeah, you kind of have to put your feelings to the side for something, but it's real. All right, let's see. Hold on.
It goes like this, okay? It goes, Brown are the wealthiest income earners and asset owners in America.
Brown meaning what?
Indian.
Indian. Okay.
Then it's Asian.
Okay.
I think you guys are right there, number 3.
The Jews?
Number 3 spot, because
Okay.
y'all get into a whole bunch of other bullshit.
There's not that many of us, though.
That's all it is.
There's way less Jews than
no,
the other.
100%. But I mean, by GDP and by population, you guys are fucking like outstanding, outliers. Then it's the white people in the middle. Okay, now the black and browns are bottom 2 groups, black and brown.
Well, black and Hispanic, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you already said brown was Indian.
But the most embarrassing stat there is you're a fucking privileged white person in America
He's admitting the privilege.
and you're in the fucking middle. It's disgusting. Got education available to you, healthcare available to you, fucking lawyers available to you, banks available to you. You can walk in anywhere, nobody fucking, and you still couldn't fucking
So
make
you're saying
it to
all
the
these
top.
people are wasting their whiteness. That's what
Fuck
you're
yeah,
saying.
dude. Fuck yeah.
Not him.
Like, ain't no way another fucking race is gonna beat me to the top of the food chain.
yeah.
You're white. Mm-hmm. But you made it to the top of the food chain, so.
That's what I'm saying.
You're the outlier.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, there's no way I'm being blessed with all this. And male, by the way.
And
That's crazy. You get the picture.
It's a real thing, white privilege, and you know it's something crazy when they begin to admit it. So practically what he's saying is that if you're a white male specifically, but a white person, but white male, and you have not made your way to the top of the food chain financially in this country, specifically was it in America, shame on you, because there's nothing stopping you. You can walk in any place, nobody, you have lawyers, banks, financing, education, all kinds of things available to you just because you're white. And he's admitting that if you're black, brown, Latino, whatever you call it, that you're at a disadvantage, except for the Indians, he said. And who else? Asians?
He said Indians, Indian from like India.
We all know that it's privilege. I just think it's interesting that he actually admitted that there is a privilege there. But it brings me to a point about community, right? I heard years ago, and I don't know how true this is, that when certain groups of people come from other countries over to the U.S., that they're given free loans and grants and things like that to begin businesses. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard this 10, 15 years ago about Indians and different communities of people, and I'm not against that. But if that be true, doesn't that give them a little bit of a head start as well? Now, I say that, right, because if that's true that they're coming over here, and when they come over, they get certain financing and loans and things like that. That's one part. But what we do know that America is not giving them is community, and that a lot of these the 2 groups that had surpassed white males are groups, if I'm not mistaken, that are by and large community based, and wealth, education. Those things are a big part of what they teach their children, their families from a young age. So I don't think it's so much that the white people aren't using their privilege. I think they are. I think that they're being surpassed because community and family, which was established by God, I don't hear nobody, trumps it all. And yes, these families may be coming over, getting financing, Indians, to start business and doing stuff like that. But more importantly, the community and the family they have is stronger than that of the white male. All right, y'all get me? Thank you. More grace. You thought I was gonna go different, didn't you? Dre thought I was gonna do something crazy.
No,
I didn't do nothing crazy.
I think again but that's what that video can allow people to go so many different routes.
Yeah. I'm not doing that. I don't have the energy for that right now.
You know what I'm saying?
And how often can we? How much can we talk about the BS that has happened in the U.S. and to some degree what continues to happen? I mean, we'll have another reason to talk about it another date, but right now, I don't have the patience for it. These groups that have surpassed the white males, their community is strong. That's my opinion.
I agree. But that's what makes. Again, it just brings me to it's just separation. Throughout the whole thing that he's explaining, it's just showing people, all right, well, you're here, and of course, black and brown people don't want to hear that at the bottom. I mean, it was interesting and entertaining to hear. Not necessarily entertaining, but interesting
It's
to hear a
eye-opening.
white person admit. The admitting part, I think, allowed me to put my feelings to the side and really listen to what this man is saying. And like, why is this true? Like my brother here said, community. For a people of color in this country to dictate and rule the world in culture, which eventually starts to dictate and shift other things. Mm-hmm. For them to have this type of power, in a sense,
And not use it.
and not be able to use it, all because there is no unification.
There's no unification. And it wasn't always that way in the black community. And what Dre is saying, I hate to interrupt you, is that we, especially in America and now the world, because of how America influences, we dominate the culture. The style of dress, the style of music, from hip hop and how it's influenced now pop, everything is influenced by black culture and what we start and what we decide to wear and how we start to move and how we do our drums and all that kind of stuff. All that power we have, and we have not been able to climb the social class ladder in large numbers. And what Dre's saying is large because we don't have the keyword community. Am I correct?
Just community, yeah. I mean, family.
Yep.
But again, it's still rooted in separation. As much as black people would love as come together, and it's still, okay, well, I'm black, you're white, you stay over there, I'm gonna stay over here. We build together because y'all been building together. Mm-hmm. And even though it's, in a way, it's like, okay, that's good, of course, it's still separation because we need each other, right? At the end of the day, every human being was born to create something that's going to help the next person. Unfortunately, we live in a country that separates, all right, well, I'm this color, that person's that color, so you belong over there, I belong over here, because it's just how it is. So we're always going to be talking about this for the rest of our lives, and it's draining, it's tiresome.
It's reality.
And it's reality. But after a while, the whole victim role is, after a while, it's like, okay.
I agree with that.
What?
I do agree with that.
How many times are we gonna say?
I heard a wise man say that when things like this happen, it explains why a decision was made or why communities in a certain position. It becomes an excuse when you use it as a tool to stay there. Now, the black community, we have access to resources, finances, and all this other stuff now. But truth be told,
the information is there, though.
The information is there. There are still some prejudices that exist in certain avenues. So when we go to certain places to do certain things, you have to really be on point.
Again, that's
you have to
being
be
realistic.
The best.
Like you
said,
that's being realistic.
Yeah. But you can still go get it.
But again, just like how the enemy went to Eve, let's talk about the lack. All right, you have these resources, but guess what? this right here is gonna stop you, or this right here is gonna make you think that it can't be done because I have something that's gonna block me. But you haven't even started yet. But you're already talking about something that's gonna block you, and that's the problem. I'm tired of it. Like after a while, like come on,
Where we going?
huh?
You said, come on, where we going?
Yo, bro, I'm just
Now I feel you. Listen,
Come on,
tonight
bro.
you guys have realized we did tonight's programming a little bit different because when it comes to comes to community finances and really race in America, it's a very sensitive topic. So we didn't play much music. We're gonna play some now, and we're gonna come back and continue the conversation.
Intro, was it?
Well, listen, we gotta go. You gotta go. Yeah, tonight's a little bit different.
It's a
We had to
little
talk
different.
about some stuff. Dre got heated because he don't like people talking
not
about
heated.
race. You did get heated.
I didn't get
Bro,
heated.
I saw the
passionate.
steam coming off your head, bro.
I got passionate.
He started moving like. Listen, we all do it. When I talk passionately, I start moving,
And that's it.
He started moving,
But I'm not heated.
You was heated.
I wasn't heated.
It got hot in here, bro. Pause.
That's crazy. That's what he's saying. All right, we got to put that. That's what he said. What I'm saying is, I was very passionate in what I'm saying because at the end of the day, as a man that is considered black in this country, yes, there are many things that are against me, but there's so many more things that are with me, so much more. And I have now gotten to the mindset that I am not going to allow myself to think about lack,
Right.
right? Because lack is only going to make me move in a lackadaisical way. Creating excuses, creating boundaries, creating borders, creating something that's going to give me an excuse to start something that I should be starting.
I got a question for you.
Please tell me.
Since we're
ask
talking
me.
about lack, I saw on Instagram, because that's my social media platform of choice,
Yes, sir.
a video that in Switzerland they have a mobile overpass bridge, which is used to carry out road work without stopping traffic. So essentially, if they're going to be working on a road, they can put in there's a movable overpass they can do to stop traffic from going. And it brings talking about lack. American infrastructure is trash. Why do I say this? Because not far from my home, and then where our studio is, studio location, I have to travel on roads with potholes the size of a refrigerator,
Talk about it.
and bridges that look like they're gonna collapse, that you can barely fit two cars on,
Any day now.
and our infrastructure is just trash.
And you paying your taxes.
And you knew I was. That's why you knew I was going with it. And my taxes are paying for these things, and I feel like it's just going into the pockets of the police officers.
Stop, brother. Stop
Stop
right
what?
there. Stop. It ain't. You feel like it is happening.
It is
bro.
happening. My tax
Felix,
dollars are going right
damn.
into the pockets of the politicians, the police officers, and not being used. The teachers ain't making more money, and they should.
They should.
Okay, the roads ain't better, and they should be.
Somebody getting this money though.
Okay,
Somebody getting this back.
where's it going? Oh, I'm gonna tell you.
No,
where's it going.
somebody's getting this back.
Oh, Israel. And I dropped the bombs on perfect, pun intended. And Ukraine, because they sending billions over to them, but I got to drive down roads that mess up my tire. And the cost of the tire is 35% more than what it was before, and I got to go get a new tire, and then I got to take the receipt and take it to the city and say, listen, y'all pothole did this, give me my money back.
So realistically, what could be the solution to this? Is that? Because we can sit here and complain, or
I'm not complaining.
no. I didn't say you were. Or we can be, expressing our concerns
I'm
about the
expressing my
neighborhood,
concern about my taxes.
the neighborhood, the neighborhood that I pay my taxes on. And if you don't pay your taxes, guess what? They can eventually start garnishing, which means you are forced to pay people. Right? Our money is going to, tax dollars of police officers.
Oh, you
They're
know where it's
supposed- they're
going?
supposed to-
You
what?
know, it's going to subsidize pharmaceutical companies that are investing in drugs that will not heal or cure
Or cure
anyone,
you.
but only kill you.
Yo,
They're being invested in companies that get subsidized for making food, a topic you were talking about the last episode. It's interesting. The last time we were going to the studio, we walked into a store and I saw a bottle of juice that said Skittles.
So do you know what I said, how they made it? They got a jar and they filled it with sugar first. Usually they put water first. You know how drink. But they did sugar first. Now it's the whitest white sugar, which is usually the most pure,
processed.
The most processed. And they look like almost like crystal. They put that first. Then they put like a half a cup of dye. How they make dye, I don't know. But it ain't real. Make dye. And then
A little bit of water.
Then they add fructose.
Oh, syrup.
Fructose is coloring and sugar.
More sugar.
On top of the sugar they already put it in and the coloring. Because you know they got to make it red because people love Kool-Aid. So anything red reminds them of Kool-Aid. See, that's all mine. Anyway, I'm not even going to that because I know people like, what are you talking about? But the whole thing is, and it brings us back to the food.
Yeah, we're talking
Right?
about, yeah. We didn't get a chance to talk about that actually in the first last week. The food.
I think we're always going to be talking about it because it's very important. You know what? I need to take accountability because I don't always eat right. I just happen to be blessed with a metabolism that allows me to eat food and digest it better or faster than the average, right? But within that, I'm still being mindful that I'm getting older.
Yes.
And I don't want to move slower because I'm getting older. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to show people that as you get older, you can still live life in a fulfilling, thriving way. And I'm going to always use that word. But as the whole topic that we were talking about with
Bill Gates has been purchasing for years now. It's not nothing new.
Yeah,
I've seen this
a large
amount
amount
of farmland.
agriculture.
And he believes, to what Dre was talking about, that manufactured and man-made food, chicken, vegetables, and things like that is better and is probably going to be more needed because the earth is overly populated. Now, he's invested in farmland. He's invested in pharmaceuticals. He actually kind of talked about COVID before it even happened.
But when somebody has this much money, it really gets to their head.
Oh, yeah.
It really does.
Not much he can't do.
Hold on, pause. I'm sorry.
Hey, yo.
That's crazy.
So when somebody has that amount of money, it really...
That's crazy.
It really messes with their mind.
See, on one hand, people may say it's immature,
Yeah.
but on the other hand,
it causes you to think.
Really?
Huh?
And rearrange
And
your
rearrange.
dictionary or your words
That's crazy.
and see how many words you have been learning in your life
Huh?
that you can pull from,
Yes.
right?
Yes. It makes you stop and think about what you're saying before you're saying it.
Very, and honest,
That's not a bad thing.
that's not a bad thing
We
at all.
respect the pause on this show.
We do.
We
and
respect
anyone
and we will.
who feels otherwise, God bless you. We still
Yeah,
love you.
we love you.
And if you want to leave be a blessing, leave a comment in the comment section.
That's a new thing. More grace.
I just the other day though, you wasn't giving somebody grace, bro.
Who was that?
Who was it?
I don't play no games, bro. If they
That's
want
it.
some foolishness, what?
It was so crazy
What are you
because
talking about?
we would at first when you say, "Yo, I'm Dre, man. I'm really all about like I really want to like give people more grace."
When I say that, I don't remember saying nothing like that.
Well, I heard you saying giving grace. So you weren't that was a joke, or you wasn't saying that from the heart?
I was probably saying it from the heart. Let's continue.
Exactly.
In a second, we will continue and be back. Close
we
out
done?
the show. Yeah.
Wow.
We've been going for a minute. It's been a different
Oh, wow.
program
Yeah,
this
yeah.
time around. We appreciate you. Stay tuned. I'm gonna play some more music and we'll be back in a couple minutes. Thank you.
Yeah. Peace.
Anyway, got a text from Dre. Told me to get dressed and be on my way. Yeah. Pulled up to the scene with it. And I'm super clean with it.